Good night, good night. I haven't uploaded the previous video I made yet, so actually it'll be uploaded by the time you see this. I'll upload them together. I finally finished BGS's video where he started breaking the numbers, talking about the math ain't mathin'. And he's right. And I made one comment on there on the first half based off the first half of the video, and then I made another one. I made the comment, then made the video or made my video, and then now I'm making another video because I finished that video and I'm watching Ed's video now, and it's just apparent to me, right? And this is something we know, and I'm just reiterating it, but from a perspective of the conversation now, the money is a distraction. These women don't care about the money. The money is the least that they want. They don't want the six-figure dude. They don't really want it. One, because they won't work for it. Even if they found the perfect man, they'll say he's gay for one reason or another. There'll always be something that's wrong. Blah, blah, blah. There's very few women that will really, really sacrifice to get that six-figure dude. To really say, hey, this person, I'm talking like sacrifice their youth, their womb, their time in their early years, even the time in their later years if they haven't had kids by the time they're like 35 or so. Because, 35 starts getting, it's downhill from there in terms of, producing children. Producing children. I wanted to say productivity like it's a fucking job, but you know how it is. It's a distraction. Because I even said this in Ed's chat. I caught one of his streams live for the time being, or at the time. I think I finished it that night. But I told him I put in the chat that a lot of people would hesitate if I said, if you want to make 100K, you're going to have to clean sewers. If I said, hey, listen, I got a job right now, right fucking now, where you could clean sewers and make 100K, motherfuckers would hesitate. Motherfuckers wouldn't pick that shit up and say, hey, listen, I could make this, and then, I could come home, and then after a while I can, make improvements on my life, sharpen my skills, use that as seed money for other things in my, in terms of what I want to do and my overall vision, blah, blah, blah. They would be like, nah, I don't want to do all that type of work. I want something a little bit, different, where I don't have to really do this X, Y, and Z. Like, yo, I used to clean, and BGS, he talked about how much I make, and it really, I kind of want to say he's wrong, because I actually make more. Hey, man, it's different over here, bro. It's different over here. I'll get to the numbers in a second. But I was talking to my mentee about this shit the other night. But I should be starting like 2 new jobs in the next 2 weeks. And adding all that together, putting all that together is gonna be, that's gonna be major. That's gonna be major. 520K. That's gonna be fucking major. So BGS says 300. Right now I make 265 a year. And it's pretty soon I'm pretty much gonna double that. Just about double that. But anyways, with that being said, it made me think about when I used to clean floors at a liquor store, coming out of college. And that was 2006, 2007. Yeah, 2007, yeah. 2006, 2007. And then I started getting into my career around 2008, working at a small medical company. They did MRIs and stuff, or mobile MRIs. But while I was cleaning those floors, and even while I worked at that MRI company, I always kept like a second job. So when BGS talks about like, the men that are making, these high exorbitant amount of money, these well into the 1%, in that chart that he showed, because I'm well into the fraction of a 1%. Or will be, I should say. I will be in the fractional 1%. Right now, I'm like, I think top 3% or some shit like that of all earners. Not even breaking down for sex, race, or any other type of demographic or something like that. Just of all earners. And I used to mop floors, clean bathrooms. Even up to the other day, a couple months ago, I was working at Circle K just for extra money. Like, what are people willing to do And this is the thing. It's not about the money. Like, these women are using this money, and as I made this comment on the BGS's video, the women are using this money as a distraction, while they fulfill their sexual desires, while we as men run on this fucking hamster wheel of attaining success and getting more money. And then once we jump off of it, you know, that buff fucking hamster, that financially alpha hamster, that mentally alpha hamster, blah, 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 whatever we choose to go into, right? Because you could be like, you know, an educator, PhD, high-end, you know, high-skilled, you know, blue-collar laborer, you know, me like a coder, system engineer, and all this other shit, right? You could come off that wheel, and you is that nigga. That motherfucker. And what are you greeted with? A woman that has already been, you know, with other men, maybe had bad relationships, talking about toxic, she needs to heal. And she has 1 or 2 kids, maybe more. She sees you as pretty much a fucking lick because she can't see men as anything else because she's pretty much fucking hollowed out. And I'm not even talking sexually, just mentally a fucking husk. I've said this multiple times. A lot of these women are walking around here cracked. Their fucking egg is cracked. Yolk is showing. You know, that therapist a month or 2 ago now, you know, that bitch is cracked. And what happens is a lot of this stuff is going undiagnosed and untreated. These women will talk about healing, and what they're really doing is just talking to their fucking friends and not really getting any real help. They talk about this space and what we have done in this space and what we have actually tried to build and, you know, build a fortress for men. Knights Templar always talks about, you know, a place where you can come in from the cold and the war and to lay down your armor and your sword, and we can, you know, commune and talk as men. You can call this shit all you want in terms of it's group fucking therapy for these podcast males. Bitch, shut the fuck up. At least we're trying to fix one another in a group fashion and talk through these things. There's been so many men that have been on these fucking panels that have come away with it and said a year or 2 later, they're still in the comment section, still coming up on panels, and you hear a totally different motherfucker. Because of the work that we've done with one another, how we've actually talked to one another to build upon one another and to force others and motivate others and tell them, hey, you can, capital C, capital A, capital N, you can do better. You will move on and make a change in your fucking life. And then these women discriminate and talk all types of shit about it because all they would do is like fucking just revel in fucking debauchery, deal with dudes that would actually, you know, facilitate that in so many different ways. And then they expect us as men to say, listen, sis, listen, queen, empress, goddess, I know you made some mistakes in the past. I've come off that hamster wheel. I'm currently making $265. I'm gonna double that within 2 weeks. By December, if I can handle it, I'm going to be a $500,000 nigga. Now, I know that has slave implications. I have so much value. But you, my gynocratic overlord, I think I want to give my all to you. I bow to you, queen. I bow to you, empress, goddess. Oh, carrier of my children. Oh, that's not my child. Oh, damn, the test came back negative. The paternity test came back negative. Oh, man. But I'm gonna still raise that child as my own because the child is already imprinted upon me. And, you know, I got a birth certificate with my name on it, so legally I have to anyway. My sister, my empress, my goddess. I have done all this for you. I thought as a man, to be an alpha, I would have to protect, provide, and guide you, my sister. But that is really female-centric masculinity. And I bow to it, my sister. I am it, my sister. In fact, you are so much my sister, this is almost incestuous. Because we came from the same family. They say all skin folk ain't kinfolk, but baby, we got a different bond. It's that deep with me, my sister. You are like blood to me, my sister. Sustenance, my sister. Hallelujah. Shaka Bashindo. Untie the bow tie. Retie the bow tie. Shout out to Sinful P. Oh. My sister, I have become that $500,000 nigga. That Negro, that plantation buck. My sister. I don't care about our sexless marriage that we are going into because you have been hollowed out. Hollowed out. I say hollowed out by these fuck boys and toxic, masculine, misogynist men. That has developed this, that has filled you with misandry and is a never-ending void of money. My sister. Untie the bow tie, retie the bow tie. All this, my sister, I do for you. All this, my sister, I pray that I can actually fulfill your needs, my sister, by being the best man that I can be in service to you. I am your minion. Shaka Bashindo, untie the bow tie, retie the bow tie. Like, this is female-centric masculinity. This is what it looks like. A lot of these, you know, and again, it's not really, I have to put this disclaimer, it's not for against the men that are the quote-unquote alphas, you know, that are men that are trying to do good. But I have to say this. That is being used against you, my brothers. That shit is bullshit. And you have to understand it. That all the shit that they've been talking about in terms of you need to protect, you need to provide, you need to guide, it is all in service to the bitch. They have perverted some of the things that we as men have strived to actually be and provide, and you know, and just our whole life has been pointed towards, and they're using it against us. That is the sickest shit about all of this. They use this shit against us continuously. And then now, when we're saying something, now, when we're trying to get out of the country and do other things, they look at us and they say, why are you doing that? You're going over to enslave these women. As if these bitches ain't enslaving these fucking dudes in these court systems, calling zaddy and doing all this other fuck shit. In terms of paying for dinners, dates, and all types of other shit. Oh, the amount of fucking posts I see on, the fucking profiles I see on these fucking dating apps, where these chicks are fucking pregnant. These chicks are saying, well, you know, I'm an introvert, I'm just bored. That's why, bro, I don't put much into it. Oh, you look good. Like Facebook dating, like I said, Facebook dating, you look good. All right, cool. I see a picture with a smile, copy and paste. Oh, why are you guys high hey, my name is, you know, how are you today, meeting to death? And it's just like, because, bitch, what else I'm going to do? I'm not going to invest more time into you. You won't even invest enough time into me. Do this, my brothers. Anytime you're on some of these dating apps, and I think I've said this before, I definitely have, just stop talking. Don't say shit. Even when you have a chick, just don't talk to her. And I'm not saying, like, don't talk to her in the sense of, hey, you know, don't go ahead and like actually text her back or anything like that. No, don't start a conversation with her. Go a couple days and just don't even text her. See how much she really fucking likes you, misses you, wants you, all this other shit. Don't say nothing to her. If she hits you up out of the blue, like, do it for like a week or so. Never initiate conversation. Always wait for her to hit you back. And see how fast that shit dies out and if she really likes you. A chick that really likes you, and I've been through this before, she will make the time to hit you up. Just like chicks will say, a dude that really likes you will make time, blah, blah, blah. Listen. The money is a distraction. It is bullshit. Don't get caught up in the bullshit. When they talk about money and, you know, what a man needs to provide, how he needs to protect, and how he needs to guide and uplift his woman, that shit That's really what it is they're installing the retirement plan EXC on these motherfuckers, man. Because then you get her, late in life. Shit, she may not even have kids. She just might be totally mentally fucked for one reason or another. Or she might be good. Hey, whatever. She might be good. You might find one. But if you start meeting some of these chicks where they like 35 and 30, in their 30s and shit, I mean, bro, it's before that, but, it's just a lot of bullshit, man. And it's not really fucking worth it. Anyways, I could keep going on. I semi ran out of steam after that reading, that spiritual, whatever the fuck I was doing, fucking acting like Sinful to P. That motherfucker's hilarious. But when you hear this shit, just understand this money is a distraction. So while you go out, make more money, do better, become a successful man for her and her female-centric masculinity, while you do all that, she's out there having fun. Follow her on Instagram. See that she's traveling. See that she's all over the place doing X, Y, and Z. Yeah. She's doing that. While you down in the fucking mud working at a liquor store for $10 an hour, a little bit less. I think it was like $9 an hour I was making. $9 an hour at one store, $10 an hour at another store. I used to work at 2 different liquor stores. I get off on one and then go to the other because it stayed open until like 1 o'clock in the morning. All while still working a day job too. I was working 3 jobs at that point. Yeah, man, I was working 3 fucking jobs, man. I always had money because I was never afraid to work. But think about all that and what I am now. Going into, having, making $250,000 and then going into doubling that to make $500,000 a year. My taxes alone on $520K would be $145,000 federal, $28,000 state tax because I live in Georgia. That's 173 fucking grand. So when BGS talks about that 1% of millennials making that type of money, think about it like this. My taxes put me in that bracket. And I will say I'm an overweight guy. There is a reason that I say the money is a distraction. Because even when you got the money, it does not make up for your lack of sexual appeal and lack of attractiveness to that woman. Just like if you see a chick, she's really into you, she'll give you the shirt off her back and the wetness out of her vag. But it doesn't matter because guess what? That shit don't make your dick hard. And that's fine. I have to say it's fine because I do it on my side in another way. But one thing I'm not doing is talking some weirdo shit like solo fucking dating, which is just fucking going out to eat by yourself and acting like, woe is me, I'm the fucking victim here. You can't be the fucking victim shopping for an Aston Martin. That's 270 fucking grand. I'm not a fucking victim. And neither are these fucking women that do this shit. It's not about the money. They wouldn't even fucking sacrifice for the money. All right. Talk to y'all later. Really do love y'all. Keep y'all heads up. Focus on your skills. Focus on yourself. And focus on yourself not so you can protect, provide, and guide some motherfucking woman. Focus on yourself so that you can protect, provide, and guide your progeny, your retirement, the people that are with you, the people that submit to you, and the people that depend on you to be there for them and to be, quote unquote, a real man's man, so to speak. Even if that means doing it by yourself, being a MGTOW, and not fucking getting into a relationship with somebody. Get out there and mentor. Get out there and help brothers that want to be helped. Not everybody will be saved. Do not hold your hand out for everybody. Only hold your hand out and your provision and your knowledge, I should say, and pour into the people that are willing to accept it. Work with them. Build the community that you want to be a part of. All right, with that being said, I love you all. Really appreciate y'all. Be strong. Keep going. Peace.